Yo, what up, team? Welcome back to J3 Entertainment, where you about to get that fair and honest movie review.
That's right, y'all. You heard him. What we got for him, bro?
Fantastic Four, The First Steps.
Every little step I take. There it is, y'all. We are here.
Yes, finally.
Before we get into this review, I want to give a big shout out to everyone out there that waited on us to do this movie review. So let me give you a 411. We were on vacation.
Yep.
Easily.
San Diego Comic-Con, all that. We weren't in town.
Right. It's their fault. They knew when they did it.
You feel me?
Yep.
But we here now. So thank you guys for being patient with us. All right?
Let's do it.
All right. So let's get back into this review. I can't wait to talk about this movie.
I'm ready.
We all watched it 3 different times. So I got to know what you guys thought about the movie. I got to know what you guys thought, what grades you guys give it. I'm more like, I want to know.
Okay.
I want to see if I'm on this island alone or are we together.
All right.
Because we usually watch movies together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, before we get into the review, let me explain how we like the reviews on J3 Entertainment. First thing first, this is a spoiler-free review, so please do not spoil this movie in the comment section down below for anyone unless this video's been up longer than 3 days. I say 3 days this time around because we are late. We like halfway through the 2 weeks in already. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? I appreciate that, guys. Thank you. First thing first, we like to talk about the good, the bad, then we go ahead and give you guys the grade. So, gentlemen, we enjoyed the trailers.
Yes.
We were excited about certain elements,
True.
seeing
definitely.
where Marvel's gonna go with this. Because it's the first step.
Yeah.
This is the big maker right here.
Yep.
You know what I mean? This is what they call the big payback.
There it is.
Revenge. Marvel mad. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
You know what I mean?
I got it.
You know, so let's get into the good.
All right.
See, what did you like about this movie?
The first thing I liked about this movie was the visuals, how they did set pieces, character design, even power usage. The visualization of all of that was amazing to me, especially when they got into certain areas in the film and they did certain things. I don't want to spoil it, but visually there were parts where I was like, okay, that was impressive. So shout outs to them for that.
Okay. Ronan, what you like about this movie, bro?
My first was definitely that the director does a good job of not only making this feel like a superhero movie, but more of like a classic sci-fi B movie of like the black and white era, the golden age.
Yeah.
But also giving us that classic Marvel experience too. I thought it was a really great job of showing where film has come from and where classic comic characters came from too.
Yeah.
Thought that was cool.
I agree with both you guys, man. I really enjoyed the 60 theme.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It really was a perfect vibe for the story.
Yeah.
It worked. It just worked. You know what I mean? Seeing the citizens and the heroes work together, I really enjoyed that aspect because I've never seen that in a superhero movie before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was very refreshing to see.
The idea
I
was
like
new.
that. I like
Yeah.
that 65, man. And the cereal, you had they had the cornflakes and
Yeah.
stuff like that, and it was like, oh, okay. And then you had the old commercials, and
Yeah.
it just reminded me of what we used to watch back in the day of representing that timeline, and I
Yeah.
really liked that. I really liked it.
Okay. I go next, I guess.
Yeah, go ahead.
So next, for me, is actually the plot. I feel like it was really easy to understand. Nobody I talked to felt like they were lost with the plot. So good job on that, because they didn't make it overly convoluted. They didn't undermine it. So it had a nice balance there.
Okay, I dig that. What about you, bro?
I will say they also do a good job of giving respect and shine to this team in this universe and in that time period. It shows how much importance that they had to the community and then to the Marvel lore, like being the first family. You can see that they were loved and respected in this alternate universe and what Fantastic Four meant in that time period. Because, again, we don't know if the other heroes existed in that time, but it was cool showing, hey, they meant something and they played their part in different various ways.
Yeah. You ain't lying about that. For me, I also love the music and the sound design.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it worked. It was fire. Hearing silver, shoo, shoo, all that stuff, all that intergalactic sound effects. It really was a key part of the scenes. The music hit, the thrilling vibe of it. It was just really refreshing. Like, this movie should have been called Fantastic Four: The Refresh. Like, because it really had that vibe. Like, it was like, damn, okay, the music hit, the sound hit. That's a very rare thing a lot of times with more modern day movies, where you might have epic sound, but the soundtrack sucks. Or the soundtrack is great and the sound effects are weak. So this did a great job of blending both of those together.
Okay. I'm done on my goods.
Oh, shit. Okay. All right. What about you? C don't play.
Okay, so This is the seeing Galactus for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
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 Seeing him for the first
Yeah.
time and showing his menacing actions through his attributes, making us understand that he's a larger than life character through his actions.
Yeah.
That was pretty great, and that was jumping into like monster territory.
Yeah.
The idea was like, he's not a cloud, he's present. Oh shit, he's here.
Yeah.
Dope.
It's funny you say that because
Yeah.
there was I don't want to spoil it because it's not a spoiler review, but when you say that monster, you can see certain elements they took. I'll talk about it in a spoiler review.
That put a smile on my face.
Yeah. That was really cool, man. I had a great time watching this movie overall. It was enjoyable. I had some exciting moments. And I really dug the cast. Even though I feel that Joseph Quinn,
yeah.
should have been Tony Stark, the younger version of him. I think he did a phenomenal job as Johnny Storm. Vanessa Kirby was more than phenomenal as Sue Storm. I really enjoyed what they did with her character. They really showed us another side of Sue Storm that only the comic book fans know of when it comes to when shit hits the fan. You know what I mean? Usually they always show this distressed character who needs help and Reed,
Yeah.
and you got the thigh shot with the booty,
Yeah.
all that. You know, they usually give us that Sue, but this time we got Mama Sue.
Yeah.
She don't play that shit.
Right?
No games.
I was like, damn, you know what? I like it, and I like what they did with that. Ben Grimm, I like what they did with him.
He was awesome.
They showed us the beginning of an angry rock man. Like, you know what I'm saying? From Tyler Perry. Angry rock man.
Oh, dude.
Can I rake your leaves? Nah, but I really like what they did with them and how he I don't think that's spoiling it, but you know, is the baby spoiling it?
I don't know.
Because we did see a trailer.
Yeah, but
I'll just hold it.
Yeah.
But
Hold it,
I love those elements on how they were a family, and they didn't show the dysfunctional side of it. They showed confliction of stress because things are hitting the fan, but how they were able to come together as a family, I thought was beautiful because you don't see that every day. And now you truly get the vision of what they wanted us to know about the Fantastic Four back in those days and why they're Marvel's first family, because they really represented a family.
He ain't lying.
I love how Reed showed leadership when needed, and I love how Sue was the backbone to Reed. A lot of people forget this, but in Husband and Wives, when a husband can't do, the wife can.
Yeah.
And I love how she was the big sister. Finally, not just saying I'm a big sister, but became a big sister to her little brother Johnny. When she went in that room and talked to, she was the big sister. She took on a role from the passing of her mother, from dad and brother. She took that role on, and she was very strong and lovable and beautiful at the same time. And I love the fact that Johnny wasn't a misunderstood character. They gave him more depth because we always get this cool, he's the cool guy. He's cool, but he ain't chopped liver. He's very intelligent. I mean, they're astronauts, for goodness sake. You have to pass some type of test. I mean, it took Sandra Bullock how long to pass that test in Galaxy?
Man,
or what was it? What was that?
Gravity?
Gravity? Yeah,
Yeah,
it took a long time. She kept failing.
Yeah.
They went to space first time.
Right. Pass. Average.
That was a good movie, man.
Yeah.
Visually, oh my god. But anyway,
Awesome.
and Ben, man, he's just a homeboy. He the backbone. He's the backbone of the whole group. He's the thing, bro. And I love how they brought that family together, man. Really enjoyable film. All right, any more good?
All right, so this is my last one. I want to make sure I get it right, so I'm going to read this. My last good was basically after watching the film and experiencing it, for me personally, I kind of want the team to stand in their own universe. With all due respect, I feel like if you add them to other teams, they will get outshined. I want to see Fantastic Four on their own, because on their own, I feel like they're interesting. And teaming up with everybody else, as cool as it may sound on paper, I feel like it may take away from them. This is the perfect opportunity to let Fantastic Four be Fantastic Four from what I experienced.
Okay.
Yeah.
I disagree, but
Yeah.
I dig you. I dig you. I think they better when they separate.
See, when I don't, and I know they're going to bring them, because the plan was to bring them into the main MCU, I'm not going to care when they get over there. I like them over here.
You might though, because now they're gonna play a different role.
That's true, but it's like not. You know what? The introduction was so dope.
It was a great introduction. It was a great introduction.
And it's like, man, you actually
Herbie was tight.
That too. That's another positive.
Herbie
You gave them their time, and I feel like that's gone once they come to the main timeline.
Well, for the most part, the team, I would say Reed. No, he gonna be very valuable, but the rest of them gonna kind of go to the wayside.
But yeah, I feel like and I agree with what you said. The team is it's a hard team to tackle and crack that code because the third time's the charm and they got it this time. But it's like, man,
four times.
Is this gonna be the Is this gonna be the last? So it's like I don't know.
Well, they said they're gonna return at the end.
Yeah. I'm a little worried though because I like what we got here in this movie.
Yeah.
Can they sustain that momentum? We'll find out
next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I have no more goods.
I don't.
My goods gonna be spoilers, so I'm gonna hold my tongue. Let's get into the bad. Since you ran out of goods first, what you didn't like about this movie, bro?
My major dislike of this movie, and it's a deal breaker for me, is I felt like this movie was boring. It at points it felt like it dragged, like it was like the visually things were interesting, but it felt like there was no energy coming from the screen. So it was like eating a meal with no seasoning. Like it had everything.
Well, that's bad for your heart, bro.
Right?
You shouldn't be having salt on your potatoes.
Because it's like looking at the plate and it has everything that you would want on your plate. You have a full meal, but when you eat it, it's all bland. Like I couldn't do it. Like I had watched the movie, and even parts that was supposed to be exciting to me, I was looking at it like the energy just wasn't there. It felt uninspired.
Was it that you saw yourself as more of a Galactus than Galactus himself?
Nah.
Okay. He ain't doing it right.
I couldn't do it.
All right, that's fair, man.
Yeah.
It's boring.
Yeah, it was boring. Like
Okay. Snooze fest boring or
not snooze fest because I never fell asleep, but after I would say like after the first act, when the second act started hitting, from there the energy went down, and I could feel it, and it wasn't just me because I could feel it in the theater.
Gotcha.
Like it was, the energy was not there.
Okay. What about you, bro?
So I'll rephrase a little bit of that because I nodded off a couple times too.
Damn.
But I woke up where it was time to wake up. But yeah, I nodded off a few times. So I will say, yeah, it kind of loses steam in the middle part of the movie. I will say I would have liked to have seen a little bit more Herbie. That's a new dislike, by the way.
Yeah.
But I like that he was there.
Yeah, Herbie was cool.
Yeah. And then also just the main highlight, maybe a little controversy, but I felt like they could have had another actor play Reed Richards. Felt like Pedro Pascal was kind of oversaturated as of nowadays. And I couldn't see past that. I'm seeing him and not Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic. He does a good job in the movie, but it gets overlooked because it's like, man, that could have been somebody else where it was unknown, and I could have just saw Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic. You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I can't knock neither one of you guys for those feelings, even though I didn't have those feelings. Well, I feel you on the Pedro. Bored?
I was bored.
Damn, did you eat?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I like Pedro Pascal. Don't get me wrong. So put that disclaimer out there. I do, but I'm a little Pascal fatigued right now.
I think a lot of people are low key.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I'm gonna say the movie felt a little empty, and it felt a little rushed in certain parts. It felt like the edits were clean. It had great edits, but it felt like they took a lot out the movie. I mean, a lot out the movie.
Yeah.
It felt a lot of scenes. I read between the lines because I'm paying attention to it. I'm reading between the lines, but I'm feeling like, yo, that note is off key right there. It was like dun dun bop, dun dun bop. I got it, but what was between?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I felt like they took a lot out of the movie, and maybe it was due to the backlash that they were getting when they were, talking about the movie and all that stuff like that. And they were like, take this out, take that out. This ain't right. You can't put that in. I felt like they took a lot off of that checkbox they got.
Mm-hmm.
That checkbox of Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they started crossing off a lot of that stuff. It was like, oh, we can't do that. No one's gonna watch this movie, bro. You keep doing it. So I think they took a lot of stuff out of it. Not saying that it was needed, but I feel like with the story going to where it was going, it helped drive certain dialogues of it. You know what I mean? I don't want to speak on certain scenes because then I'm going to spoil stuff. But it was like, okay, all right, You know what I mean? But it did feel rushed, and the edits were a little bit, like, damn, what about that? Like, what and why,
Yeah.
that. Any more dislikes?
Yeah, but I can't think now.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you?
I would have liked more, a little bit more of a chaotic rivalry thing with Johnny and Ben, but that's about it. I like.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. It came back to me.
there it is.
So, it's not a spoiler, but part of that is, but I say they should have highlighted more of their rogues gallery. If that makes sense.
I mean, one movie though.
Seth,
They kind of tried to do it in the beginning though, when they went through it.
Yeah.
They showed like the
it's like they didn't believe in their characters. You know what I mean?
I don't.
Yeah. But again,
That's all
these
we
are-
got.
These are the writers and stuff behind it. You're supposed to bring us in.
I mean,
But-
maybe it got cut.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It felt, bro. I think you're onto something. I think a lot. That's why I don't want to say nothing.
That's why I said it could be spoiler, but
it's
it
a lot of
not-
character. It's a lot of stuff. Feels like the whole scene. And it was like, yo, come on in.
And I'm going on the information that I do know from what I'm speaking on. So yeah, I feel like they didn't believe in those other characters to like kind of have them there. So I feel like that's something that they should have done.
Okay. Now you spoke of Pedro, and I can agree with that. I think a lot of people are tired of seeing Pedro and stuff like that. You kind of know what you're going to get because Pedro plays Pedro.
Yeah, yeah.
Over
Yeah.
Mr. Fantastic. So I understand that.
Yeah.
My gripe was this. This is one of my non-spoilers. We didn't get enough of Mr. Fantastic.
Okay, yeah.
The moments of him was very subtle. We knew he was going to be smart, but we came to see Mr. Fantastic, not Reed Richards, the whole time. He wasn't Mr. Fantastic. He barely stretched. He barely did anything. He barely utilized his ability. And maybe the studio thought it was going to be corny, but damn, that's what he is. He's corny.
That's what makes them
You
special.
can't take away things because you're worried about what a modern day person is going to think about something that happened in the 60s. You can't. He's a stretch dude. You know what I mean? Stretch Armstrong. You know what I mean? Plastic Man, Elastic Man. That's what they do. They stretch. You know what I'm saying? He didn't just knock her up just because.
If you know, you know.
You swell that thing up.
Made sure.
You know what I'm saying? So he didn't utilize his abilities like I thought. I thought he would have been more skillful with his abilities too. I thought that he would have did more things, especially knowing the circumstances that they were in.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it was like, damn, man. You know, Elastic Girl had more elastic scenes than he did.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like they cut a lot out. I feel like they cut a lot out, bro.
They did.
They didn't utilize. They didn't. I didn't like that. I didn't like the fact that they didn't utilize the team combos. You know what I mean? Johnny, throw me. You know what I'm saying?
The
Ben.
team up specials.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you gotta use certain elements to get it. Here, bounce
And
on the
battle.
steel. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you gotta
Fastball
be.
special.
You gotta be comical, corny to a degree, because that's what the team is. Their name is the Fantastic Four. You can't. They're not the Avengers. They're not X-Men. They're not the Justice League. They're not Teen Titans. They're not these teams. They're the Fantastic Four. They have a comical, serious theme to them because of their power sets. You know what I mean? So Mr. Fantastic was underused. Yes, he came up with plans and plots and all that stuff like that. That's cool, but give me some more. You know what I mean? And I think people haven't had enough. Give me some more. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So
Yeah, the team ups would have been nice, especially with the
man.
action that Marvel vs. Capcom experience. Yeah, that, all right, you come in, all right, boom, I need back up.
Look
Wow.
at Rivals, like
Yeah.
like they're on Rivals
Yeah,
now, bro.
yeah.
Like they're killing it right
That's
now, bro.
missing.
Like I think that was cool. You know what I mean? But I didn't like it. Now, gentlemen, let's give this movie a grade.
Okay.
See, what are you gonna give Fantastic Four First Step?
All right, Fantastic Four First Steps. To me, like I said, the movie suffers from lack of energy and inducing boredom, and it took it down. It took it down in my eyes, so it settles at 2.5 stars.
Okay, 2.5. Ronan, what do you give Fantastic Four First Step?
I will say, not being a Fantastic Four fan, the movie did a good job of, making me want to know more. I think it does a good job as far as directing and capturing that era of Fantastic Four where they were celebrated and highlighted. They had some missteps here and there, mostly the middle part of the movie, but I enjoyed myself. I learned some things. I got to see specific characters that I was waiting for. So I got an experience, man. And seeing it with that the old head Fantastic Four crowd was cool, man. I learned some stuff, and I actually want more. 4 out of 5, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm gonna give 2 grades because I try my best to put it and blend it in one, but the way the movie handled itself, I gotta say it in 2 different ways. So first, I'm gonna say my entertainment. You guys know I go to the movie theaters to be entertained. You know what I mean? That's why I go to the movies. I don't go to there to be a critic. I don't go there to do these type of things. But sometimes being a critic ends up being that because you're seeing, you're paying attention. Was I entertained? Mildly. But it was a very enjoyable movie, and it did have me hooked. I was intrigued to see what else they were going to do. That off the top. So my entertainment factor, I'm going to give this movie a 3 out of 5 stars. Right? I'm down the middle. It was cool. You know what I mean? I was entertained, but, you know. However, as a critic, I go in and I watch this movie, not off what I know of the Fantastic Four. I didn't do that. I watched it as a movie, Fantastic Four First Step, and I was impressed on what they did with this team and how they put this team together. That story, I thought, worked. It was very refreshing. You guys know I'm an origin type of guy. I love the 60s. I love the 70s. I love the music. I love the theme. I love the little Jetson looks. I love all that. I love the little things, the thing trying to pick up a cookie. I love that stuff. I love those elements of the movie, and I thought it was a very beautiful thing. As a film, I'm going to give the movie 3.5 stars out of 5. I'm down the middle.
Okay.
Sounds right to me.
But I think this movie has a lot. It feels empty to a degree. Something's missing. And maybe that could have made it worse, or they could have made it better.
Yeah.
We'll never know. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Mr. Owl, how many licks did it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop? Well, let's find out. A 1, a 2, a 2.
There it is.
The world will never know.
When I said it, I thought of it, Joe.
Yeah,
I was
I
like, man, bro.
Oh, man.
Schoolhouse Rock, baby. You know they had the bill at Comic-Con, the teddy bear, the bill on Schoolhouse Rock.
Oh, cool.
Man, I was gonna buy it, man.
Oh, man.
All right, but that's the review, guys. I hope you
Yes.
guys enjoyed yourself.
Good old time.
Hope you guys enjoyed the review, man. We kept it as honest and fair as possible because that's what we do, man. We like to go and watch movies. We like to give you guys our honest review. It's no favoritism over here, man. But I will say this. I do want to watch the movie again.
I do.
That's always a good sign.
Yeah.
I want to go watch it again. I think it has a lot more to offer. I want to see what the director's cut looks like. I
Me
feel like
too.
something's missing, bro. Something missing out that movie, man. Something's missing, man.
Oh, yeah.
Something missing, bro.
Yeah.
Some things.
If you're new to the channel, go ahead and press that subscribe button. Thumbs up this video. Don't forget to share. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Patreon where you can get uncut and exclusive content only.
You know what to do.
That's right. Press the button and the bell.
Also, if you want to show the channel a little bit more love, go ahead and join the YouTube membership in the section down below where you get early access to reactions and live streams.
What are you waiting for?
It's only $5.
I'm J3.
On the show, Enjoy success.
It's your boy C.
Road to 100,000 subscribers.